Good morning. All right. Short session today as we just do sanding on this Ma K texturing. Good, fine, good. Yep, good. Fun. Morning. We're behind this morning, just about to leave for New Hampshire. Are you still in this area, Mike? I'm assuming you're with your son. Chat wasn't working on my other app. What up, Joe? Good morning. What's going on? Okay, who do we got here? MX5 Fanatic. And who may that be? Because all the names have changed. Dude, I apologize. If you can let me know, I'd appreciate it. And good morning, by the way. No, sir, at home in New York. I'm assuming you're not vending today then, Mike. Wow. Oof. That is a late start to the day. Ooh. Oh, that was good. I so needed that this morning. Nice rainy day here. I haven't even looked outside. I did my yard work yesterday with the expectation, because I know you and Tony were talking about how the weather is crap your way. I'm like, okay, maybe today would be a good day to get the lawn mowed and that kind of thing. Hoping to just enjoy the show. Won't be there till 11:30, 12. Okay, perfect. Good. No vending. Mike, you and I, we're going to be hanging out for a while, I think. I'm actually mostly prepped going up to my last show of the season. I'm going to the New Hampshire show, Granite Con. Hang out with a bunch of friends. Help out the club with their Gundam judging, because I like doing that. I like not the judging part. I just like helping out other clubs. It's like, what's the old Zen saying about to not know is to know? Oh, hey, Chris. On an MX5. Good morning. Yeah, see, the funny thing is, Chris, it'll take me a while. Everybody's names have changed. I don't know what YouTube did, but everybody's names have changed, or at least been modified to some degree. Anyway, once again, Chris, good morning. How are you? OMG, No King Rally was amazing to see on social media. Yeah. Did you go at all, Joe, or not? I was unfortunately not able to go yesterday, but all those who went, more power to you. How to get a frog costume and have a sign, turn the frogs gay. I'm not going to disagree with you. And I use my real name because it's not that clever. Yeah, it's fine. Well, like I said, it's like there are people who've popped in, and it's like I know that name, that person, because of their icon, but their name has changed. Dwayne is one of those guys. I think Sebastian his has changed. No, today's a sad day. Last night in Japan for 2 months, had to pick my mood up, so went to the local hobby store and bought one of every Tamiya panel liner and cement. Got to stock up for DK. Yeah, exactly. Peter, good morning. How are you, my friend? So hold this. First of all, I hope everything is okay. And secondly, if you don't have to, is everything okay? Sad day. Are you on your way back to Denmark? I gotta tell you, I'm kind of jazzing on your methodology. 6 months in Japan, stock up on all the cool shit, bring it back to Denmark, work on it for 6 months, run out of stuff, go back to Japan for 6 months. I love it. Oh, dip. How's the wallet? Something kind of tells me that Peter's job is probably one that is not financially, is probably financially lucrative. I could be wrong. Everything's a sliding scale, but I don't know if you can tell what my icon is, but on Instagram, I like using Toshimafune for from Yojimbo, which one of the greatest films out there. Anything to do with, first of all, I love Toshiro Mifune. Always enjoyed everything I've ever seen him in. I'm not on Instagram anymore, Chris. So frankly, I don't remember anything from Instagram anymore. It's been, how long has this been? I think I did it, beginning of March? Oh, it's been over 6 months now since I transitioned over to YouTube. Guys, just to let you know, it is going to be a short show. I'm going to be taking off at 7:30, and I got a few more things to get ready. So I'll probably be wrapping this up around quarter of the hour. I'll bring this up so people can see. And if I just have to return to the main office for a bit, we'll return to celebrate New Year's in Japan. Oh, that's good at least. Me too. But I mean, Japan has cheaper prices. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Japan definitely. Again, I'm going to assume it has cheaper prices depending on, one, if your conversion rate is good. And two, yes, generally, if you're buying, say, a Gundam model or a Tamiya or something that's made there, probably. I am wondering if you're buying, models from China as an example, is it cheaper or not? So if you take a look at like Mang or anything like that, and I'm talking about models by Chinese companies rather than like Wave or oh shit, what's the other company there? Good Smile or whoever who manufacture their stuff in China, which I just personally don't get either. I mean, Max Watanabe, I know you're never going to hear this, but if you're listening to me, Why do you make such shitty models, given your pedigree? And then why do you have them made in China rather than in Japan? I mean, I'm a globalist in that regard, but frankly, that I just don't understand. I do okay, but I'm also a tax liability citizen, the highest tax nation on earth, so I pay my dues, even though I enjoy cheaper prices in Japan. Yeah, yeah, but you also get benefits of those taxes as well. Like I'm sure your healthcare. I won't even go down the route of our healthcare. In the last decade, that'll be a conversation for a Thursday night. It's evil what we got going on. Anyway, so today we're off to New Hampshire to go to GraniteCon. Going to be, like I said, hanging out with a lot of friends. Going to be seeing Mike, which I'm happy about, and actually hanging out with Mike less from the perspective of like him as a vendor, which means hey, business is business. I don't get in his way. He's got clients. I step away. But between his business, but he's not going to have that today. Oops, I think I moved this. He's not going to have that today, so we'll actually be able to have one-on-one conversations. I don't think Meng was that cheap before all the tariff stuff. It depends on what's going on. Yeah, but here's the thing. I mean, if I go out and buy a 1/72nd scale, and Chris, I do a lot of that 1/72nd scale Meng stuff, which is off the chain awesome. I'm paying about 18 to 20 bucks a kit. I don't think you can find it that cheap here in the US. And I'm buying that basically from AliExpress from a Chinese company. By the way, I don't have a problem with paying more for something I can get here in the US. At the same time, I know that there's a lot of places that don't carry certain things, like the U-Star and Galaxy tools, or these odd duck tools like that Mazda tool that I have. That you don't see here in the US. And if I'm going to buy it from Amazon, then I'll just as easily go buy it from AliExpress. I try not to support Amazon if I can. I'm not in the why does everything seem to dip back into some level of politics? I don't give a shit about Jeff Bezos. Yes, he's a fellow Greek, but he's a fuck knuckle. And if I can not support an oligarch, I'm a big fan of it. Now, does that mean, I know that the people in AliExpress are probably like the guys who are heading that are probably gajillionaires too, but I think their level of influence here in the US is a lot smaller. Anyway, let's see where we were. Okay, what did we pick up? I'm super excited to be able to just sit and chat, maybe even talk models. No way! Yeah, exactly, Mike. But I also picked up a new God Hand Ultimate Nipper. Apparently, they released an updated version with an even thinner blade. Ooh, that just sounds. Does the word fragile come to mind? It sure does for me. I've never figured out AliExpress or Buy or any of those go-betweens. Actually, the good thing about AliExpress, it's like buying from Amazon. It's that simple. Again, I don't advocate you have to buy from there. I like it because the tools that I'm finding there, half my tools now, at least the most recent purchases have all come from there. Why? It's not because of cost. It's because they've got stuff I've never seen here. Oh yeah, that word, Chris. Yeah, that's one I use on my boss all the time. That's I don't call it that to his face. I call him other things to his face, and I do call him out on stuff, but I'm respectful to the role. I use that term about him, but not to his face. But I love that term. Time to hit the road. Have a great day, everyone. See you in a few hours. Yes, yes, Mike. Hang out with Mike. Gonna hang out with Mike. All right. Let's get some of these. So if you guys are if anybody's wanting to see what's going on. So this is one of the 2 feet that I was working on, and I'm just trying to get the last bit of it kind of cleaned up. It's almost there. This is the one I was started this morning. I'm going to trace out the some of that I don't know what the heck it is, that circle detail that's on there. I don't know, some kind of a port. I don't know if this thing has jump jets on it or what have you, but any relation to Moose Knuckle? Maybe. All right. That's looking pretty, not too bad. And here's the thing. Ultimately, perfect or not, I really don't care. You know, part of the other problem is right now we're about to get done with the second month, and I still haven't gotten to finish, meaning to paint this thing. So December is starting to look a little iffy, if you know what I mean. Have you watched a Japanese YouTuber by the name of Crafta? He is on top of all things Goblin. Starting to use AI, I believe, translate his video before they were strictly in Japanese. Oh, that's kind of cool. Places where AI can certainly come in handy, particularly if the translations can capture idiomisms. Did I pronounce that correctly? I hope so. If it can actually get some of that, you know, every language has some things that are very hard to translate. But I've never heard of him, unfortunately, or fortunately or unfortunately, it doesn't really matter. Oh my God. Let's get this line redone. So interesting evening last night. My daughter and I. True equals risk. Gotta love autocorrect. I know what you mean. Is he using a proper translation? Yeah, that match stress and intonation, feeling, and the speaker's voice, or is it just a generic deadpan YouTube translation AI? Yeah, see, that's important. I have two goal kits before the end of the year, which is the assembly of the Easy 8 MG and the completion of the Warhammer Mini. Nice, Joe. How are those going? And Joe, hey, what happened? First of all, as you know, Joe, you know me very well. How many things I have in the on the shelf of doom? How is that Polish plane coming along? And it's probably bringing up a sore subject. I'm sorry. Hey, Edwin. Good evening. Slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. How are you, Edwin? So last night, my daughter and I don't know what I was doing. I was like, we're talking about watching something, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch an episode of The Bear. Went outside, mowed, had a late lunch, so it's got to be like 4 o'clock. I just want to kick back for a little bit. I'm thinking, okay, I'll watch an episode of The Bear to go take a shower. So I'm kind of skirting through some stuff, and we're talking. It's like, I kind of want to watch Goodfellas. So I started putting that on. My daughter comes in, she goes, "What are you watching? I thought you were going to watch The Bear." I said, "Nah, I decided I want to watch this." And she goes, "Can I watch it with you?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course." So we watched Goodfellas, and at the end of it, she says, "Well, now we have to watch The Godfather." So yesterday was a doubleheader. We got mostly through The Godfather. I think we got like almost 3/4, 2/3 of the way through. So we'll be watching the rest of that tonight. But yesterday was I'm kind of happy. First of all, I love having somebody in the house I can talk movies with, cinema with, excuse me. And it was good. I haven't watched The Godfather in many, many years, and every time I watch that film in particular, I feel like I'm always picking up something new. Good evening, Edwin, my friend. Still looking at me. Harpy status. I know, Joe, I know. And I don't think that's the oldest one. It's close, but not the oldest. Tired, went to work yesterday, as in playing a game of Warhammer and painting. Nice. I'll have to watch his latest video that he posted today and look for that. Yeah, where are you at on? We are about to start season 5. We did a season 4 recap, and now we're about to start season 5. All right, let's get working on the arm itself. I will say, texturing this thing versus texturing a tank, I think I like the tank more. It's just more fun to do. This has got too many nooks and crannies. Original trilogy is what? I'm assuming 4, 5, and 6 is what you're talking about. Star Wars. Am I missing something? Did they get their promotion? Oh, yeah. That was, I believe, end of season 3 or so, or beginning of season 4. That was sort of the whole kind of pretext for season, for the entire season with Mariner and why she was going on a nutty bender. How much time we got? We got 10 minutes. In fact, at this point, I can even take off the hand if I want to. It's just using it to hold this thing while I applied the texturing. Hey, Nick, good morning. What's going on, brother? I need to do some dice washing. Gonna bathe then. Mini light yesterday. Throw was great in the beginning, but went badly in the game. So what, do you just wash them for luck? How do you texture Mr. Surfacer 500 or Tamiya putty? Neither. I went with the Bondo glazing and spot putty. Something that a Natto over rice recommended. I watched him do a video of it years ago, and it's like, you know what? I'm gonna try this for no other reason. I just wanted to try it. Okay, the scene where they leave the lower decks all the way. It was so good. Love that. Just sleeping in. Don't blame me, brother. I don't blame you. Like, you didn't have to work yesterday, right? Yeah, probably do some testing and throw some dice in some dice jail. Bad dice. And the scene just ends with the lights going on at the hallway. I don't remember that part, but again, might be something we haven't seen yet. Don't recall now. Went to work at store and decided to let's add 2 more Warhammer 40K kits to the backlog. Why not, Edwin? What we got there? That's a pretty significant raised surface. We're going to bring that down. Give me a second, guys. Let's see what we got. So they get the new officer room. Oh, okay. That's near the beginning of the season, if memory serves. Yep. Hey, Richie. Good morning. What's going on, brother? How was the event yesterday? I found a tube of acrylic blue glazing putty from in my shed. Was usable and not rock hard. I'm pretty sure that 3M discontinued the blue putty. That's a good question. This is specifically the stuff that Natto over Rice used when I watched him do his texturing on his Ma K kit. So I figured, let's just try it. I like what I'm seeing. When primer and paint are on, we'll know ultimately how it panned out. You know, I probably could have done thinner layers. I wanted to give it a lot of coverage. So the cleanup portion of this thing is certainly taking longer than it probably should, but I'm okay with that. Actually, that's looking pretty effing good so far. Let's take the hand off for a moment. Just so I can get into this part right here. So that's what we got. All right. 5 minutes. Okay, maybe 10. I am packed up. I just need to get some last bit of cleanup for myself. Shave before I go so I don't look like a rat, like a disheveled rat. And you can probably get high on this. Oh, the same with this. Yeah, I'm looking at getting an I'm looking at getting an extractor just specifically for this. This is not good. I didn't go because I needed a break. It was great. Everyone had a good. Oh, that's good. Hey, Richie, between the two of us, I'm kind of in that same place between the 4 shows. This is number 4 today. I didn't attend our Zoom meeting on Friday. I kicked back. And it is possible I will not be going to our next in-person meeting because I need a little break. And also, we're going down to see my daughter at Quinnipiac. She's performing on. She's going to be performing at a basketball game. My daughter is She's on the cheer squad. And, looking forward to seeing her perform. She's on the dance team for the school. So looking forward to catching that. There's something to be said about just stepping away, right? And it's not an FU. It's just a matter of I need the break. That's when I started the group. Yeah, Richie, 100%. Natto writes, if anyone needs me, I'll be in the corner having traumatic flashbacks of eating Natto. Nice. Sorry. That is his name. I'm spacing out on his real name. It's fucking killing me. I want to say Dallin, but I think I'm wrong about that. I'm going to have to look it up. It's fucking killing me. Okay, now I'll scribe some lines. Nice. Break a leg. I'd rather not break anything personally. At my age, breaking anything, bad. In fact, we're going to go with the 0. Give me a second, guys. Just going to get started a little bit here. I should pop in on your videos more often as I am usually up on all times in the morning. My 16.5 Silky Terrier does not sleep through the night anymore. So we're up at 3:30 a.m. for bathroom break. Oof. I'm not up at 3:30, Chris, just so know. I got schmutz on my nose. It comes from an old English stomping their chairs instead of the normal. Now clapping. So, see, I didn't know the etymology behind that. Thank you so much, Joe. Yeah, I'm thinking about why is it that they do cast texturing? Why in the 30th century or whatever century this takes place, why would they be doing cast texturing? And the only thing I can think of is it's cheaper. It's cheaper and easier to do. I'm talking about aside from, Koyo Koyama having a specific idea in mind, a look in mind. But why would you do casting of materials when you can probably lay these things down in carbon fiber? The only thing I can continue to think of is it's cheaper. At your age, only thing you should break is a fast, and even that will slow contrary to them. Exactly. Yeah, right. 100%, Peter. I'm up at 4:15, Monday to Friday. Richie, when do you get to work? 5 a.m.? I don't want to be up either. I have moved into our guest room so the wife can get some sleep. It comes with the dog ownership. Yeah, I suppose it does. I'm not far off from you, Richie. 4:30 for me. And you're 4:30 Central Time, correct, Nick? So that's like 3:30 our time. When do we gaslight ourselves with the hour thing again? Yeah, I know. I don't know. It's coming up soon. Hey, if I'm gonna do Zimmerit, I am planning on doing Zimmerit at some point. I am planning on it. All right, I need to get this done because I got 3 minutes and I gotta get rolling. So go hang out with the boys. Go hang out with Mike. Okay, good. Let's bring that down a little bit. There we go. Without doing damage to the wire. There we go. Sorry, guys. Give me another second here. I'm having a little bit of a hard time here getting across here. There we go. Imperfect cast line. Imperfect line. I don't care. No one's going to see that part of it anyway. It's on the inside. Yeah, I'm central. Yeah. Casting can be done by anyone for cheap and anywhere you make it with hot fire. Yeah, exactly. So that makes sense. So why does this thing look like ass? Because it's made cheaply. See, that starts to make a lot more sense about the cast texturing. Thank you, Nick. Is the hour thing daylight savings? Yes. All right, Spaces, have a great day. See you on the flip. Joe, take it easy, brother. Sorry if I missed you, but have a good day. I'm about to bail here in a minute as well. I see Ammo Mig has come out with a Zimmerit system. Sprue Brothers sells it as a solution box with everything you need. Or Spray Gunner sells the components or the box. Interesting. Yeah, Peter, that is the hour thing. Yep. The most expensive item is the book. Shocking. Apology not accepted. And I'm okay with that too. Good morning, Ray. What's going on? I'm bailing now. Always messes me up because the daylight saving is a thing in you got it in Denmark too, but not in Japan. So the times yeah. I gotta tell you, it's like it's all or none. And it just needs to come to an end. It's a stupid thing. Time for it to come to an end. All right. We're done for the day. Time for me to get rolling here so I can get up to the hamster, otherwise known as New Hampshire. Stay safe and stay sane, everybody. Thanks for being on this morning. I really do appreciate it. I know it's a short session, just a little over. It's about 40 minutes is how long we've been on. But I appreciate everybody being on this morning. So, guys, go out there and do good. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can. I will be back on tomorrow morning. Thank you very much, Chris. Appreciate it. Kind of doing a recap of the show. And then Tuesday, I might not be on the live stream. I might just spend my quiet time and get this thing done on my own. And then probably do the same thing on Thursday. And if everything goes to plan, I may try to get Primer down on Thursday. Fingers crossed. Anyway, so with that, everybody, do good out there. Enjoy the day. It's a crazy world. It's an evil world in so many different ways. We're definitely moving into places of evil, but it's up to us individually to try to brighten it as much as we can. Treat people with kindness, treat people with respect, treat people with love. There's no reason to treat people in an inhuman way. It's up to us to do better than that. All right. So go out there, do good, brighten the world, and I'll catch you on the flip. Peace.